Yeah. Woo!
This is where we just get dead silent.
You just stoic.
No laughs.
We're just like, yes,
That's cool.
we do things.
That's incredible.
D&D.
Good.
Amazing. We gotta match the energy.
Oh no.
Oh, that will make her a fun podcast.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. Oh, I could go into my Siri voice.
Oh, yeah, you
that's
can-
been popular.
Yeah, that's
recently.
true.
Yeah, I did a voice for a robot character in our campaign thing, and everybody was like, "Oh, you should voice for Siri."
It's a good Siri voice.
Yeah.
Good serious voice.
Nice.
Okay. Oh God, it's already started recording.
It's been recording for the past minute.
All right. Hi, and welcome to another episode of Dungeons & Degrees. My name's Adrian,
And I'm Alex.
and today we're with David and Ash of Catchy Cantrips.
And Goomba.
Welcome. And Goomba.
And Goomba.
Wait, G-O-O-M-B-A
Yeah.
or...
Like Mario?
Yeah, like
Yes.
Mario.
Yeah.
And then we have Yoshi as well, our doggo.
Oh
Yeah.
my
No.
God.
He's a little bit bigger, though, so he's not sitting on our lap right now.
No, he would smush us.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
actually right here, though. He's right next to me.
Aw.
We already got distracted.
Yoshi.
Well, I'm glad that we're joined by four very important people of
There we
Catchy
go.
Cantrips.
Especially Goomba and Yoshi. Oh, yeah, he's back there.
Only Goomba and Yoshi.
Yeah, they're the most important members of Catchy Cantrips.
Yes. Welcome. I'm glad to have y'all. And I'm glad y'all are doing well and all safe and sound.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, should we not talk about the hurricane?
Do you want to
don't
talk about the
have to.
hurricane?
I don't know. I don't have a preference. There's just tufts of hair coming off now. Yeah, I don't know. We were going to be on here sooner for context, for anybody who's hanging out, but we got caught up in the hurricane, which was insane. But yeah, we're fine though. We're okay. We're not at the same
Hashtag
house
blessed.
that we were at, but we're okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell. No, I'm just kidding.
But could you? Because then that would mean that you had been watching beforehand, and you're like,
He does the research.
Yeah, the research.
We've been outed. We've been immediately outed.
right
All
away.
It
back
started
it
off
up.
in the
We're
beginning.
fried. Bindle and everything. Well, thank you for coming. I would love to talk about how Catchy Cantrips came to be, and how y'all started in the TTRPG space. Let's start with Catchy Cantrips, the beginning, and then we can start about y'all's journey there as well.
Ooh. I think I would say Catchy Cantrips quite literally just started from David and I going, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we like made an online community where we were building stuff together with the community and playing a game
Yeah.
and doing live streaming?
I feel like it also started from both of us loving world building
Yeah.
and making monsters and stuff, because it's the vibe of we wanted to create a world that had all this cool stuff that we made up, and then also people got to play and enjoy it. So I feel like that was the origin of it.
Yeah,
essentially.
but it's so funny because we made the name. We were just running through a bunch of different names, and I think one of the names that we were considering was Roll With It or something like that. But then apparently that's a logging company.
Yeah.
and we were like, oh man. But then we were like, oh, it would be so creative. And this sounds really stupid now, and you've interviewed a lot of people, so I'm sure you're gonna be like, is we were like, what if we put Cantrips in the name? Nobody does that. And now we find out there's Careful Cantrips,
Cantrip cast.
Cantrip Cast, there's Chaos Cantrips or something like that, and we were like,
Yeah,
So
but their
we
names
are
aren't
very
their names aren't as
uncreative.
catchy as ours. So
Uh,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We here at Dating Degrees approve of those kind of jokes.
Yes.
yeah, we do.
You gotta know your audience.
Well, I mean, yes, we've interviewed a lot of individuals, but we haven't interviewed anyone with cantrips.
Oh,
we're
So-
first.
yes.
Finally.
You're the first.
First ones.
Yeah. You should definitely
Yes.
interview Careful Cantrips. They're really awesome. We've met them a couple of times. I don't know if you got to meet them at Gen Con, but highly recommend.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I went through a list of individuals that I met, and just I got through a couple of them, and then I lost all the cards at some
Oh,
point
no.
in cleaning.
Oh, all of
Oh.
them?
They were all being kept in one
Yeah,
safe
because
location.
they're all in a stack, and then they were just like sitting there, and then people moved into my room. My brother now
Oh,
works over here on this station.
I thought it was just
and
random people, and I was like, what?
No, not random. My brother.
Strangers
idea
just have
who they are.
infiltrated.
No, my sister-in-law was like, "I'm gonna clean up this room," and then things disappeared.
So you might find them at some point.
Eventually.
Well, only time will tell.
I have a stash somewhere in my room, but after I got back from Gen Con, I had to separate bedrooms, so it's somewhere in here.
Hiding.
It's hiding.
All the people that we could listen. We're about to go to PAX U.
Oh, we're going
We're gonna
to.
have another.
Yep.
Yay!
Oh yeah. We should see each other in person.
Yes.
We have stickers and pencils and pens
We
and all these
also
nice
have
little
stickers.
things.
Yes.
And friendship bracelets.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't have that. That's all Alex.
I'll have the friendship bracelets.
That's so cute.
I love friendship bracelets. I have one right here, but
Yeah.
it's like broken at this point.
we actually
Right.
have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alex's wheels of creating those friendship bracelets is already ticking.
Oh.
It can't be stopped
She's
now.
getting one now, probably.
Okay,
What
hold
have we
please.
done?
Hold please.
This is important.
Man, Goomba is
This
tearing
one-
this up.
But this is everybody's favorite.
Aw.
Oh, that's cool.
Is the
Did we? I
The-
don't think we've shown this on the.
I don't think we've shown this one. No. I think it was just on a post that I was wearing it. But it's the IDKWYKAUT.
What? They don't know what that means. Just say it.
Some people do, and that's all that matters. I don't know what you kids are up to, but I do know one thing. The Brennan Lee Mulligan speech.
Oh.
All the whole thing. Yeah,
The fantasy with
The
Cubby.
fantasy high one.
Yeah. And he throws a Molotov. Yeah, so we'll
one's my
have plenty of
favorite.
those niceties things. How did y'all get into the TTRPG space? I guess we'll start with David.
So technically I got into it first, and then I eventually got Ash into it, is how it started. I in high school had a friend who knew D&D, and it was the whole like, hey, let's make like a little group and play it and stuff. And it's funny now because I was hesitant of it at first, because my only stuff I really knew about D&D was from like I'd seen some like movies or TV shows, and it always just showed as like anyone who's playing D&D is this some like huge mega nerd pretty much who never goes outside. They're like social outcasts kind of thing. They're just like in a basement going like, yeah, roll, like really like like that kind of vibe. And so
Yes,
I was like
yes,
hesitant because I was like, okay, yeah, sure, I like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Pokemon, like name.
But I'm
every-
not that.
Yeah,
nerdy.
essentially, like name every nerdy type subject. But yeah, no, I'm not that. So I was definitely hesitant and put it off for a little bit. But then I played it and actually started getting into it. I was like, okay, I do like this. I guess this is what it is. And then eventually met Ash, and even when it was just kind of getting to know her, like we didn't know each other well. I guess just being a nerd that I am, I talked about the D&D games that I was in enough around her, and I think you asked if you could join, or
Yeah.
I invited you. It was like
Yeah.
one of those.
You were
like-
talking about it at
Yeah.
work. So for spicy context, I was his boss.
That is true. That's how we met.
Scandalous.
So
Yeah.
I was his boss, and then we started hanging out because we talked a lot at work. And I was like, oh, we should hang out more. And so we started hanging out
So
and stuff.
inappropriate.
I know. And then we became friends, and we were friends for like 2 years. And I quit the company that we both worked at.
Those nails, Goomba. Yep.
He's like, I had to readjust.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, I quit that company, and then we ended up dating shortly after. But during the time that we were working together and we were becoming friends, I went and I played in one of the campaigns that he was running. And
Yeah.
that was the first
It was the
time.
first campaign I was ever actually running
Yeah.
as well, because I'd played in other ones, but that was the first one I like ran and stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so funny because I was so confused by how it worked. Like, I just remember there was something to do with the dinosaur, and I was like, I want to yell at it to tell it something or something like that. And then David was like, sure, you can. And so I yelled whatever it was. And then he's like, well, it's a dinosaur, so it doesn't understand you. And I was like, dang it.
She didn't use like speak with animals or anything like that. She just like yelled at it. But then you did trip it with a rope. So
Yeah, this
there you
is
go.
true.
It worked out.
Yeah.
You know, in the end.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so this love of world building that kind of helped create Catchy Cantrips. Is it just y'all two kind of creating this world, or like how involved are other individuals in this? Because like I've always thought about like creating something, but like to let somebody into the thing that I've created and to also alter it is a lot of trust you have to put into the person to not like feel like they might take over or ruin, or like and you know, you have to have that faith in those individuals. So like how does that happen? How does it work?
Ooh. Okay, so this is the can of worms. So
I love worms.
Time to go get
we, yes, we do all of our.
Okay, Goomba, yes.
We do. Oh, also he eats fingers. If that wasn't obvious.
Yeah, I've watched the cat.
Oh
just
my
go
God.
Yeah, it
Goodness.
calms him, and sometimes he'll find just the right spot, and he'll just sit there and suckle on our thumbs, and then he like spaces
And like
out.
falls asleep.
Yeah. And so this is just a process. He's really snuggly right now.
Yeah.
If we deny him, he'll put his butt in the camera.
Yeah.
Um,
He runs the show.
he does. Yeah. This is his. But yeah. So the way that all of our stuff works
Yeah.
is that it's all community based, and that means every bit of the homebrew creation is community based. So the creatures, everything we do is homebrew, mind you. The only thing that we actually don't homebrew, I would say, would be like the classes and stuff.
Yeah, we like the classes
Yeah.
and spells are still just like D&D 5e kind
Yeah.
of thing.
For now.
Yeah, for now.
For now.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, all of the creatures, all of the new species, races, and such,
Locations.
all of the locations, everything like that is homebrew, and it's all done live with our community. So we're all making that stuff up together, and then we also play our game, and our game is live and then also interactive. So our community is also playing the game with us. So they get to make all the creatures, make the NPCs, and all of that with us. And then, oh, see, he's doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see the hand just slowly go.
He gets lost in the sauce.
It was Goomba.
Yeah, we were told that apparently because his mama died when he was too young, he has this as a habit because I used to bottle feed him when he was a baby when I first got him. And so now he's just like, this is a comfort thing for him
Goomba-
because he's used to me like holding him and bottle feeding.
Goomba, this is supposed to be our interview. You know?
Censored.
Whoa! I'll put up a pixelated thing.
Oh,
in
good. Yeah,
post
like right
anyway.
there. Yeah, so that.
Yeah.
But yeah. So all of it is homebrew. All of it is interactive. Everything. It's a lot.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
It's pretty much our live plays in the world we create on other stream days
Yeah.
with the settings and monsters that people make.
Do you do visuals at all? I don't know if you do, as far as like on.
Sometimes
Oh,
whenever there's a visual that needs to happen, I usually mostly do it for like TikTok vids. My brother just kind of goes and grabs stills or videos of some stuff and adds it to it. So.
oh, okay.
For the short form content, I just usually run the podcast as is in a little kind of like 3 quadrant or little frame, and then have if people call for visuals, I try to make it happen, or I say editing Adrian is not doing this right now and it just pops up on screen.
That is fair. You can look at our website whenever if you wanted to add anything, but we have like hundreds of creatures now that we've drawn live. There was one from today that's it's special. It's a unique little creature.
The Fruggle.
It was my description that I was given was a pug that is bipedal, and it is like a gremlin meets a pug. So its eyes are going in two different directions, and it has a pot belly.
Wait. I do want to say the description was just a bipedal pug. You made it freaky. You added a lot of things that were not in the description.
I could feel in my heart that that's what they wanted.
People in chat were blatantly saying it was horrific.
Wait, the guy who made it loved it.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I was saying it was horrific.
You were saying
because it was horrific.
But yeah, we make all kinds of things, and some of them are really cute, and some of them are not as cute.
Depends on what the chat wants.
Yeah.
But I do have.
Oh God.
I do have the picture of that thing today, just to show you.
I would die for that creature. With like the big chihuahua ears.
And so this was made, like, Ash was drawing this live on Twitch today, like, as the description came in.
So we do all the creating live on the spot, so people will come at us and be like, hey, I think you should include this, that, and the other, and then we create it right then and there, and start adding it in. And so it's a lot. It's expansive, but it's fun. So we don't even just let a handful of people into the creation process of our world and all that. We let anyone and everyone who joins in the community.
Nice.
Do you have a way of controlling your interactive? Like, are they just screaming into the void and then like...
You pluck a voice out of it.
Are you choosing your favorites? Are you...
So the way that our interactivity works on our campaign nights is that our community across the board are known as Tato Tot Fae. So they are these little round Fae creatures,
Kinda
and we made this 3D
looking.
model. We did actually break it, and so it's just casually held together by some clay, but...
Normally there's just a leaf there.
Yeah. But yeah, they are these Tato Tot Fae to scale.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
how big they
are. And their lore is that they are little mischievous Fae creatures that can pop in and out of reality. They can go into any realm that they so choose. So basically, when you have viewers on a live stream, they can pop in and out as they choose. So that's kind of why the lore fits the viewers. And the community can do channel redeems on Twitch so that they can cast spells, they can heal people, they can build stuff, they can do all kinds of things. And then we also let people role play in chat, and then the role play in chat is kind of more, we just pick and choose what seems funny or appropriate at the time. But we also have on-screen players, and it's just canon in lore that the on-screen players are so used to all of these little creatures just appearing out of nowhere and following them around and causing like who knows what. And sometimes they're helpful, and sometimes
they're just chaotic.
They're just
maybe,
chaos.
like stealing something from the player. But yeah, sometimes it'll be like a player's shooting a bow and arrow at an enemy, and one of the Tatos is like, I want to get on the end of the arrow and also do a little fireball when it hits the monster. So it's like some teamwork that just like happens organically like that.
Like last night, what day is it? Is Wednesday?
Last
Yeah,
night,
it's
yeah.
last night. I'm losing track. Last night was so awesome. One of our players was attacking a creature, and then they were like, okay, I hit the creature and I attack it. And then they saw that one of the Tatos in chat, so one of our chat members, was like, okay, I'm also going to attack this creature. I'm going to help out. And then they were like, you know what? I like this. Okay, I hold the creature for the Tato to jump onto so that they can attack it. And so they teamworked it and took it out. And it was an awesome moment. Yeah. But yeah, it's chaos. And also, we have very short attention spans. Don't know if that's already been obvious by me being like, this subject, wait, this subject. But that's how our campaign goes. We're very not serious.
That fits our vibe. That's all. That's all good.
Yeah. No, and I think that's an interesting way, especially if you were like interested in getting into TTRPGs and finding your channel and like stumbling upon, oh, I don't have to play this huge role in this whole moment. And be like, I'm just gonna do something funny and cute. Ha 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 ha.
Yep.
And then that's a really fun, like low cost way of getting people hooked on the TTRPG space.
Yeah, I think so. We've had a lot of people that come in and are like, I've never actually played any TTRPGs. And we're like, oh, well, this is a funny way to start. I think it's good too because I feel like a lot of people that are new to this space tend to try to take the games too seriously. They go into it and they're like, I have to learn every rule in every book and I have to like have this nailed down. I have to follow these things like 100%. And then if any of them see us, then they're like, oh, never mind. Apparently you could just do whatever.
Apparently rules don't matter, I guess. Like,
because we'll literally be like, oh, this is fun. Does that make sense? No? Huh. Oh, well, that's fine. Are you just sprawled out? Little man.
I have a question. On your site, it says DM nice, DM mean. Or like, why? How did that come to be?
Oh, well, we dual DM.
yes.
And so we're actually DMing in unison together. And David is way nicer than I am as far as stuff like rolls. He'll roll like a nat 20 against a player, and then he'll be like, it hits, that's it. And I'm like, oh no, it's a nat 20. Sorry, you're gonna take a ton of damage.
I'm less likely to, like, kill a player in cases
And
like.
I'm relentless.
Yeah, I mean, you're just more like, you actually go with what's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
So I feel bad. So
I don't hold back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like a running
A little
joke.
bit yin and yang.
Yeah. I would say so.
Then together we make one like moderate DM.
Together. Yeah. The dual DMing is so much fun. If you have never done that, I highly recommend it because it makes talking as NPCs so much better because then you can each play an NPC in a sequence and then you're not talking to yourself, which I've always found really awkward DMing where I'm like, and then so-and-so goes blah, blah, blah. And then so-and-so turns and goes blah, blah, blah. Now we can literally just turn and talk to each other as the characters in the scene. It's so much easier to like stay in the moment.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, but have you ever made your DM flirt with themselves? NPC to NPC. That's the good stuff the player characters want. We want to see the GM and the DMs just like flirt with themselves.
Like in our case, we can just flirt with each other. And so it's
true.
easier almost too. Like
I think our people just love when we have to like bully each other in
Yeah,
a
that's
scene.
true. They
Like
do
if
like
we
that.
play as two characters that hate each other, and then we're just like,
Yep. Pretty much. Or if the characters are all the little Tatos want to like bully just a random NPC. It is very amusing because like the Tatos and stuff, there'll be like an NPC that's just they're kind of rude or standoffish, and then like the people in Chaz the Tatos can get so unified to where they're like, I hate that guy. Let's like make sure we ruin their whole day, maybe even kill them potentially.
It's so weird because the community goes back and forth and they'll be like, oh no, the players are hurt. We need to help them.
We need to heal them.
This thing is breaking. Let's all band together and fix it. And they do that one moment. And then all of a sudden the next moment, they're like, I want to burn the flesh off of that NPC. And we're like, excuse me,
And
what?
it's just so funny too because this is how big they're canonically supposed to be. And they're just like little fairies that look like a coconut, but then they're like, die! Like, they want to just destroy someone. Yeah.
It's so funny. Oh, they also apparently sound like Animal Crossing characters. It became canon.
Yeah.
So they're like the little...
Yeah.
Oh, you did that pretty well.
That's pretty much it.
I love Animal Crossing.
Yep.
It's one of my favorite games.
Now we're learning more stuff about you too.
Yeah.
It's so mutual.
I don't know if the viewers even knew that part either. Just Animal Crossing doesn't come up when we're talking about this stuff.
I don't
usually.
think it.
I've only
No,
played
I
the
don't think
newest
it has.
The
Yeah.
New Horizons, I think. That's the only one I've ever played. I liked it though. Didn't like it though. Oh, focus.
There's so many cockroaches in my house. And
I
that
bet.
game,
There's
I
so
haven't
many
had-
cockroaches right now.
I smush all of them.
Oh,
Yep.
man. I hate it so much. Ugh.
I thought you were for a second. My brain was already like da da, and I thought you were talking about right now, and that you were just casually being like,
like the
"There's so
calm
many
demeanor.
cockroaches in my house," and I was like, "Oh,
You give her a panic attack.
good."
Do you need to do anything?
Yeah, I thought you were just
like-
randomly being like, "Oh, there are so
we
many
can like
right now."
pause if you need to. Like,
Jeez.
Dear listener, there are no cockroaches in this house right now. I may have
That
a
you
pile
know
of
of.
laundry
That's true,
behind
yeah.
me. Don't do that to me.
Do you feel itchy, Alex?
All of a sudden, everything is unclean.
excuse me, I need to clean my whole
Excuse
house.
me.
Like right now.
I'm done. Yep, right now. I'm sorry. Thanks for this 25-minute episode. We're done. I gotta clean.
You gave me some dread. Excellent. That's
Great.
that's what I wanted.
Oh my
That's
God.
All right, pool from the Tower of Dread.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you were talking about not for long when you were talking about 5e. Is there anything you can tell us about that? Like you switching systems, adding new things?
Your class and spells.
Ooh, I don't know. I feel like we do so much homebrew, and we also care so little about the rules. Like I said, we're so bad that I feel like I don't even know what we're playing anymore. Half the time, we're just like going.
There's
with
spells
it.
in there.
We use spells. At this point, it is just slowly devolved more and more into us just being, oh, hi, Goomba. Us just being like, I don't know. We're just doing things. We've had people come in before and they're like, oh, yeah, what's your favorite something, something or another from this new edition? And we're like, yeah, I don't know. You were just covered in
This is like it completely colored this area of my shirt.
He's normally not this like needy and stuff, but the other day he was really intense while we were streaming and he was just pacing.
Yeah.
So as he started doing this, as we got on here, we were like, we have to just give in to him, otherwise he's gonna turn everything off. Because he was like shoving stuff off the table.
It honestly, with us like being bad with the rules and stuff, it's funny because we will sometimes have like newer people in there and we're like making homebrew stuff or monsters and things, and sometimes people will come in and they're like, hey, so I'm trying to make a Hexblade Warlock multi-class with cleric or just any kind of combination, and they're
No,
like,
like-
how do you do that, you think best? And we're like,
Like what spells and what combination of things and what feats and whatever should I have if I'm wanting to blah blah, and we're like, I don't know, you just make stuff up.
I bet you could find something. I mean, usually I'm saying,
We're literally playing pretend.
Yeah.
Let us,
usually I just point them to one of the people in our chat who are way more knowledgeable
Yeah.
about stuff and who are nice enough to not judge us.
Yeah.
Like-
And, you know, I can say I feel like us being so open about that angle has really saved us a lot of the time, because I've seen a lot of people online say that something that they run into a lot is people coming into their comments or coming into their chat and saying, oh, that's not how that works. Here's the actual rule. Oh, you're supposed to be doing blah, 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 and being like really rules lawyery. I've seen other creators talking about that, and it made me realize like we don't have that. And I think it's because anybody who is like that comes into our stream for maybe 5 minutes before they go, oh my god, I can't handle this anymore. I can't even say anything because none of it makes sense. And so then they just leave. So we never hear from people like that because I think we're so far gone.
I mean, I've been worried before because we were invited on one stream before, and it was like with a lot of other people, and we were supposed to do like some kind of trivia relating game, but it was like trivia about D&D, and we were both like, oh god, are we gonna know anything?
And we didn't really, because there were a lot of questions. Well, you knew like one.
I knew mine,
a
but that's
couple.
only because it was specifically about a monster in D&D, and
Yeah.
I like those. But if it had been any mechanical thing, I would have been like, I don't know.
Yeah, that was
Sorry.
funny. Yeah, we were on a game show thing, and we were like, "Why are we here?" Because they asked a question. They were like, "Oh, how do you feel, or what is the something part of this class when you level up to blah 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 blah?" And I just thought they're like, "I have no idea." Yep. This is good. And then they're like, okay, moving on to another question. A druid does blah, blah, blah at blah, blah, blah level. And I was like, huh, I also do not know that. Haven't even heard of that subclass. That's cool. What is that?
Druids like animals.
Boom.
God.
Take that, book nerds.
Boom. Essentially. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, if you have questions planned that are relating to specifics, you might want to just cross those.
We see just like we hear some like paper crumpling up.
He
And
just like throws a whole paper.
Yeah, the whole notebook. Like that was gonna be my part on what you thought for new mechanical systems in D&D.
Good talk.
You have one note. It's make it up.
Yeah, that's kind of. Fair.
No, I think I get into a mini debate with a friend of mine, because I definitely play the like we're playing fucking pretend with our friends, like why, and they don't believe that at the same level that I do, and they're like, no, you need the rules. Well, why? I am playing pretend with my friends. And I think the only agreeing part that we can get to, it's like, okay, well, it makes things balanced. And then when we all know the rules, like, we're all having more fun. And I was like, yeah, but, like, if the rules are we have no rules, then aren't we all still having fun? So that debate continues. I'm eventually going to wear him down. I got it.
You should show him our page, and then that
Give him
either
a
is
heart
going
attack.
to break him, or
Or make them come. They're like, you know
or
what?
maybe,
Alex's ideas aren't so bad.
or like go
Yeah.
the exact opposite and be like, you see, chaos, nothing makes sense.
Double down.
It's
Yeah.
terrible.
I feel like we're definitely like rule of cool, but still trying to keep it in like it makes sense in some form.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you know, if like someone wants to use the gust spell and they're like, can I use this to kind of help like jump over something and like make the gust spell push me farther? Then it's like, yeah, I mean that's not what the spell is supposed to do, but I could
That makes
conceivably see that if you're like pushing a gust that
Right.
it could maybe help propel you. So it's
Yeah.
like that stuff.
I mean, I think part of it is also finding the right people and the right dynamic for the group that you have. Because at the end of the day, if you mesh really well with the people and everybody's already mentally on the same page, like we have very successfully made an amazing, amazing group of people who are all on the same page and also all equally distractible, which is hilarious during the entirety of all of it. But we're also all very okay with just being like, this makes sense, I guess. And nobody's going to ask us anything that we wouldn't agree with, because I feel like that's never really come up. They're like,
Yeah.
can I do this thing? And we're like, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Like, they've never
Yeah.
been like, hey, can I use this tiny spell and, like, blow up a whole village or something like that? 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't think they would ask that. We are very distractible, though. It's so funny. So bad.
Speaking of finding these distractible people, how was it that you came upon the people that are on your live stream?
Oh.
Is it just happenstance or a call to action?
Well, one of them you've known for like 16 years, but others is different.
Yeah. Yeah, so Flooftune is one of our players. She's also known as Rachel, and her character is Twinkle. She's a little fae creature. And she is my friend from, like, forever ago, like 16 or so years. So, you know, that's easy enough.
Yeah.
And then Maz, who you know,
Yep.
kind of, you met.
You
Yeah.
got a card.
I got a card.
Yes. Who is super amazing. Absolutely adore her. She and also Viddy, who is on our stream. We, I honestly, yeah, them two, and then Kelly as well. So Homebrew Coffee. So all three of them are three other players. I found them online. So when we were wanting to make this campaign, we were just kind of looking for people. And I actively was going through and being like, I need to find people that are going to be okay with us not having rules and being crazy people. So I need to look for people who are just going to be all over the place. I need to find people who are okay with us sometimes just not having battles a lot, but then also having kind of battles, but then it's just like chaos and messy. I also need to find people that feel like they would mesh well together, because I don't want any weirdness or anything like that. And then also people who seem like they were available at the time that we're wanting to do. And so there were like qualifications I was going through, and I was just talking to a ton of people.
You also definitely like hyper focused for a while on that. And we're just like,
I did. I was like doing research across the entirety of the TTRPG space, and I kept going to David and being like, I feel like these people are nice. They seem nice. Do you think I have all of the information?
Ajax, have you drink water today?
And I was like, no, I have not. But yeah, I wanted to find specifically people that I felt like would really mesh. And we don't really care about the whole, like, I know that some people try to find players that have specific communities that are going to help boost their ratings.
Or like numbers of people that watch them, or
yeah, like certain numbers or something like that. But I was like, I don't care about that. I just want to actually have fun and stuff, because that means so much more to me than like, ooh, this person gets a lot of viewership and so then they'll boost our blah blah blah. I was just like, I don't know, I want to find people that we can be crazy and like do weird
Yeah.
scenes.
I mean, the first time we did our like session 0 when we got everyone, I was like, yeah, this is good. This is like,
I mean, I spent so long trying to find the right people that would mesh.
this is great. These are a bunch of dorks. I love it. Like, we're all gonna have the same vibe. Like, yeah.
Just vindication of all that hard research all coming together.
All those days Ash spent not taking care of herself. Yes.
Wow, way to call me out. Wait, I'll drink water.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, but everybody.
Water break.
I don't have water, but you can believe
are you
me when I
drinking
say I
soda?
drink 2 cups.
It's liquid though.
That doesn't count.
I barely drink soda.
It's an Olipop. Listen, it's an Olipop.
It's probiotic.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah, right. We'll get a little bit credit there.
This is what I took to take the edge off. Okay, I looked. There was beer in the fridge, and I'm like, nah, I need a soda.
You're like, yeah, maybe not.
Not yet. But now you started talking to us and you're like, well, should have went for
I needed that beer.
No.
Oh my God, no.
Listen, if I need anything, I'll just crack a pack of cards. Okay, it'll just.
Is that what
my
takes
pay.
the edge off? You're just like,
Stop.
cards.
No, we don't want to talk about it.
Yes,
We
I
don't
go
need
to
to talk
my
about it.
LGS and I'm like, I just need a pack of
Wait,
cards.
what kind of cards
man,
are
just
those?
one pack. It's One Piece.
No.
I didn't know One Piece
that's
made
fun.
cards. That's cool.
Oh yeah.
Don't. You
got
need to
into-
continue living in that life. Do not. Do not.
I feel like this has come up a lot.
It's not. I mean, recently, because I brought in 2 people who are very heavily invested into the show that have talked Alex's ear off about it. It wasn't my plan. It just so happened to be that way.
I feel like I now have a friend who I could get that as a gift for.
Yeah.
Like,
we have a
probably
couple-
love
How
those.
dare you.
I feel like 2 of our friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, that's funny because you said earlier on that you were the one that does research. And so you were, it's a little suspicious because then maybe you knew it was going to come up. No.
He did have it nearby. Within grabbing.
Yeah, no,
He did.
because if I edit, I have a box of this. Okay, I have a box.
No,
It's like buying a carton of cigarettes. I just have it right there. Okay.
I would get magic cards like that, but I don't have One Piece. So.
I heard
It's the same
Saw
thing.
Foundation came out, and people were all buying it. I'm like, I'm not gonna get into Magic. My one
I don't
commander
need to get
deck,
back into it.
Doctor Who commander deck, is all I need. That's all I'm gonna do. Okay.
No. I saw those fucking
bringing
Lord of
it-
the Rings cards. Absolutely not. There's no reason.
They're
Or
at
was
Costco. Go
the
get a
Burrow-
commander deck.
No, the really cute one. I don't.
Oh, I want
listen.
Blue Burrow so bad. They have like otters in there. That looks so cute.
I have no. I spent, I don't know, Adrian, 6 hours building 3 Lorcana decks? Like, I can't do anymore. I can't. Y'all, I can't.
We're just some addicts. I go with them, I guess.
I can't.
We're card addicts.
Yeah.
I
And
can
then I
quit
was like-
whenever I want.
I just don't want to.
Oh my god! No, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to a tournament right on Sunday because there's a card shop that has one, and I was like, oh, they've got the new Shimmering Skies, and I was like, wait, aren't you doing one at PAX Unplugged? Like, I don't need two. I don't need more.
Azurite Seas.
I'm sorry, Azurite Sea.
I'm just saying.
Maybe I could have done it. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. It's not. No, it was Azurite. But anyways, yeah, we don't fuck with trading card games anymore on this channel.
I
They
mean,
suck you in.
I do.
We're actively
Alex
in it.
does, but Alex wants to stop.
Alex is trying to get clean.
Yeah.
I'm not
This
interested.
sounds like a plea. We don't mess with this, and then it's just we don't mess with this, please.
I need to hear you say it.
Help me. Help.
I can't.
Alex, the only reason I'm bringing cards is because you said you wanted to play Lorcana.
I want to play so bad, but there's nobody to play with, so then I just collect them, and they're just shiny cardboard pieces that nobody wants to play with me. But then you go to the game stores, and then you have to talk to people, and they're all strangers. They're all strangers, and then they look at you, and you're like, I just want to play my Disney card game, please. And then it's too much. I can't.
I try to get Ash to play Magic with me sometimes because I specifically made her a cat-themed deck because
Which
she
is
loves
adorable.
cats, so that way I could like get her into it.
Yeah, and then we need to get you the otter themed ones
Yes.
since you love otters.
Yes.
Oh, they're so good. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't
You
need
can
it.
give it to me then.
Are you telling us that or yourself?
Yeah,
that?
that's true.
That
Like,
really
what are you
felt
saying?
like I don't need it.
Like SpongeBob with the water.
Listen, we're gonna meet each other and we're just gonna have boxes of cards and just like, I swear I don't got a problem.
We're gonna
I
run
know.
into you like, I wonder what they're up to. And you're like, this is a friend.
Now after this
I'm holding on to
conversation-
this for a friend. Like,
Oh, I really hope that happens. That
Yeah.
would be the best time to meet and be like, so, how's that?
they just leave a booth
Yeah,
that has some.
just that look. Of
Yeah.
like,
No, we're in the Ravensburger line, just like Yeah, no, it's we're doing great over here.
Dude, I think we got distracted
yeah.
a little bit. I do kind of want to play cards.
I think that's part of the.
I think going back to what Ash was saying, I think there's something different inherently about looking for community like genuinely versus looking for community with like the viewership behind them. So like I guess people do that. It doesn't make sense to me. So I don't understand like I'm going to talk to this person because they're connected a million ways to Sunday. I agree with you, Ash. Like, I would want a community in which we all get along and we are all able to have fun and be silly and goofy little guys. And whatever we do, it's going to bring people to us, right?
Yeah.
But I think that as a viewer, that also feels more genuine than like I'm just doing this for the clout.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, honestly, there have been a couple of things like that I feel like since we've been doing this now for 2 years
Yeah.
has really been strange to me because we went into this really excited and kind of naive about it, that it was like, oh, we're just all these buddies and like we're all doing the same thing, we're gonna be nerds together and everybody's gonna be cool and like everything's gonna be like perfect and it's just gonna be this cute thing. There have been a couple of instances where I'm like, what? Like we've had a couple of people tell us like, oh, I appreciate that you guys are actually the way that you are, and then I'm like, what? And then they go, oh, no, I mean, like, you're actually the way that you are on live stream. And I go, yeah, like, what else would we be?
What do you mean?
Like, we're ourselves? And they're like, oh, no, I've met a couple of people at this point that are different on stream compared to off stream. And I'm like, oh, okay.
I don't have the energy to pretend to be someone else for that long.
I don't have the attention span.
That's true. Like, the mask would slip.
I feel like I'd be like, yeah, I'm actually really cool and like, I'm like stoic, and then I would be like, did you see that over there? Oh wait, shoot, yeah.
I have a hard enough time keeping composure playing like villains in D&D or something. Like I couldn't like pretend to be like.
Yeah. When you have to play a sad character, it always cracks me up because David will be like, I'm really sad in this scene and I'm acting, and then out of nowhere he's just like, this is really hard. Stay in character.
I was doing it before, and they like people like left the character, and then someone else was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go talk," and I'm like, "Stop going to them."
I don't want to be sad anymore.
I'm like, "No, leave them alone." Like, you don't need to talk to them. Yeah, we honestly got so lucky with our community. I feel like because they're all like so nice and like excited. They have like different skills and ways that they want to be involved, which are like so sweet. We've met some of them at like Gen Con too, which was all. It's such a weird thing when people know what you look like, but you only know them from like a name. Because like we've been
username?
walking around and then we just hear like David and Ash or like Catchy Cantrips, and we're just like.
Yeah,
And we like don't know who they are.
I feel like we're so awkward because that happened for the first time the first year that we went to Gen Con, which was the first year that we started doing all this stuff. So not last year.
That happened last year
before,
too.
But last year too. But I was more expecting it.
Oh yeah.
But the first year that we went, I think it was one of our people. I think it was B-Town that got me the most.
Yeah.
And we have no idea what he looks like, but he shouts out and he's like, "Ash, David, hey, over here!" And then we both like clam up really awkwardly, and we just turn and we're like.
It's so funny because then they're like,
and then he's like,
B-Town.
"Hey," and he starts talking, and then he introduced his username, and we were like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
woo, woo, that was weird."
Well, you're just some stalker.
I don't know. We were like, did we forget someone's entire existence or something? Like who? Like that moment when you forget somebody's name, and you're like, "Yeah, what's your name again?" And they're like telling you all this stuff.
I feel like
it
it would be difficult if I was actually famous. Because then it would happen too often.
No, I feel like I'd be like, ah! People would be like, "Hey, ah!
Who are you?
Are we jumpy?"
Maybe.
I always feel like when people know your name, it's either for like really good reasons or it's for a bad reason. And you're like, which one is it?
Depends on what you've done.
I ran into somebody from high school and they were like, "Oh my God, Alex." And I was like, "What do you want? Like, who are you?" And they were like, "Well, we went to school together." And I was like, "What school did we go together? Like, I don't know you at all. So where do you know me from?" And so he lists off a whole bunch of people from like middle school and high school. And I was like, "Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have any memories from that time. I'm so sorry. I went through a lot of trauma. Like, yeah, buddy, I know who congratulations on I don't know you."
I had something like that happen even just like in college from someone who I apparently had kind of known in elementary school. And it like the college was also a different it was a different
school?
like few cities away too or something. So it wasn't even around. It was one of those college like the class like icebreaker things where they make you like talk to each other. And I just said like my name was like David and that like town I was from or something, and then the person I was talking with was like, "Wait, do you have like a sister?" And it's like, is your last name this?" I was like, "Yes." Like, and then they like told me, and I was like, "Oh." I was like,
that is a good memory.
Yeah.
Somebody who can spot
That's
someone
so
from
weird.
elementary. I feel like I can't even remember.
Apparently
last
they were
week.
more friends with my sister, but I didn't know them as well. So for me, this was just a complete stranger.
You
But I
were
guess
like, "Who the
they
heck are
more
you?"
proxy knew me, and I was like, "How do you know I have?
I-
Like, what is the specifics you're getting into?"
David, I have to say, there was a hot moment where I was like, "Please don't say your last name."
I wasn't gonna say it.
Editing Adrian knows what to
at
do.
Gen
We don't
Con,
need to share this story.
at Gen Con, he was signing somebody's book because we had a couple of people ask for signature. Also very weird. And by the way, I have horrible handwriting, so this is great. It's like I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry. This looks like a
Hey,
5-year-old."
cursive's hard.
It is. Writing is hard.
I was just like, I don't agree.
The teacher says,
whoa,
side's
whoa.
eye.
Oh no.
I'm left-handed too, so fuck all y'all. Fuck all y'all. Okay.
Is cursive
I
harder
got the teacher
left-handed?
handwriting and I can
know.
write in cursive.
Well, it depends on if you have like the notebooks, because if you ever think about it, unless you have the special left-handed notebook, your hand would be running into the
dragging
thing weird.
Wow.
Like, yeah. Yeah, it's
I figured
weird.
it'd just make your hand more dexterous.
It-
It depends. I'm also like up here. Like I can write sideways.
well, don't they make left-handed notebooks?
Yeah, but it's fucking weird, dude. Like, I don't, because I'm so ingrained in the right-handed way. I think about that sometimes. Like, I don't know what is left-handed and what's right-handed because I'm so ingrained in the right-handed world that, like, I just do things with different
You're
hands.
just so used to it.
Or I do, or I do it backwards and I don't realize I'm doing it. It's like ice cream scoops is one of those. So if you get, like, the one with the little, like, the half sphere and then it has a little, like, trigger on it.
Oh.
Right? You probably use it with your thumb. Like, you do the trigger part with your thumb.
Yeah.
You scoop the ice cream and then you, like, dump it out and then you, like, use your thumb to scoop it. I use my trigger finger, so I never realized that wasn't something you were supposed to do.
You really don't.
I was
do
using
that.
my trigger. So, like, scoop it with your, and then scoop, scoop, scoop. I worked in an ice cream shop for a minute. It's fine. That's why.
We got
You're
They were like,
very
"What the fuck are you
experienced
doing,
with
Alex?"
Ice cream. I was
Yeah.
about to be like, oh.
a pro.
Yeah. No, but, like, just the weird things. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't really think about how
No.
many things are adjusted for being right-handed.
For
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Right hand privilege, I
The
guess.
thing that I was saying, you guys are bad about it too.
Yeah, that's why I said this is perfect. We're like, okay,
So
nice.
last
You
year,
get the vibes.
we were signing signatures, and I get handed it after David signed it, and he signed his full name, his full signature into somebody's book, and like we
the
actively are
whole
trying
government name.
not to do that.
Not the
but,
middle name.
okay,
Got him.
boom.
Has middle name. I'm writing that down.
Okay, so look. The only time I ever sign my name, it's the full name. So I just
Like in documents.
yeah. So that's the only time. And look, it's not like it was legible, probably, anyways. So you probably couldn't tell.
I feel like you have a good signature.
And good handwriting.
No, just the
Oh
signature.
well. I have great handwriting.
Yikes.
You can like tell all the letters. She doesn't know. It's fine. She's,
Wait, there's probably something you've written.
no, we probably can't find it.
Are you gonna write something?
Yeah.
We watch the relationship crumble in real time.
Oh gosh.
There we go.
Wait, you were trying really hard.
There we go. Yep, my name right
You
there.
you did that with
Yep,
so
see?
much effort.
Right there. Yeah,
It's
look
still
at
bad.
No, it's not.
And he
still-
put so much
It's
effort.
still bad. That's fine.
You
All right, now I guess we all have to do it.
Yeah,
now.
yeah, okay.
you put so much effort into writing that.
That's how I always write.
Okay.
Definitely glad
You
we
got your
don't
hand.
get distracted.
I don't know. I'm not gonna try at all. Jeez, Louise, this pen doesn't help, but whatever.
Mine's tiny.
All I see is David twice.
just
Oh,
David.
okay.
Yeah,
I
I
was
just
like,
wrote
Oh, you wrote you wrote
we should have
David.
actually just both wrote the same word and not shown anyone else first.
Oh,
and
to
then
be
been
like,
like,
oh,
which one's better?
which?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
didn't write my
That's
name.
true.
Hey, listeners, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to go to YouTube to see this. Okay.
Yeah. For anybody who's like, what the heck? There, I wrote my
listeners
name.
just know that David wrote his name super well.
David's a liar.
I wouldn't even check the YouTube video.
I get yelled at though because my kids are like, "That's a lowercase a." I'm like, "Shut the fuck up."
A direct quote to the children.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Perfect.
Directly to the
Okay.
children.
Oh,
Oh, so I like the smiley face too.
Signature, nothing.
Oh.
oh, so swoosh.
Nice. That was some,
There's only swoosh. It feels good, and that's all I care about.
that was a good swoosh going on there.
To be fair, I'm in the middle of revamping my signature, so
Oh, that's. Listeners, if you've been catching up, you would know. Okay. David and Ash do not.
I'm in the middle of a divorce. It's fine.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh no, it's
Don't worry
fine.
about it. We had a whole conversation about it on the podcast. Anyways,
Oh, so I could go back and get the,
Get the scoop.
goss.
Yeah, you could totally get back. Yeah. Yeah, you're fine.
let's have a conversation. And that's what it's called.
it- oh.
And it's just mainly for the fact that like we were just updating each other about our lives and just kind of like how we can do better and how we've been and how we cope with it. And like I know it's a TTRPG podcast, but we also like inject a lot of ourselves into it. So,
I mean, you're
and
gonna.
because,
Yeah. I mean,
Where'd we come from?
we're
Where'd
really
we
talking
go?
about teacher RPG stuff, but we just worked on signatures for the past like few minutes. So like,
We always remain very focused.
it just takes us like half an
It is
hour
what
to
it
get
is.
started on D&D nights.
It does.
The other half is us like doing this with our players.
We
Essentially,
sometimes talk about like Avatar, random stuff.
love
Yeah.
Avatar.
it's so
How do y'all,
good.
since you... I'm sorry, I had the question immediately pop into my brain, and I just lost it. God damn it.
Wow.
Whoa!
New record.
Put it on the scoreboard.
It came in and then it went
It
out.
is how do y'all or how do
Oh, how do y'all... Okay, do you have, like... Nope, that's not how I want to say that. Because you have such interactive games, do you find that there is, like, still that level of, like, intense role-playing? Does it all tend to be a little more happy-go-lucky? Is it... And I know David talked about having a sad character, but I don't know if that's, like, haha, funny sad, or, like, serious
Wait,
sad.
what is haha funny sad?
Like Eeyore.
I'm just a little guy. Nobody likes me.
That's a
Oh,
funny-
that's like Roy.
Okay, you do have a
Roy's
character.
not sad though. He's
He's angsty. Or
yeah, he's
something.
like angsty, but like not. Like,
Yeah, people love Roy though. I would say it's kind of a little dash of both. We do lean towards being silly, but we also can have really serious moments. Like last night, actually, we even had a serious moment, but we always have a certain level of short attention span because I think it is how we all are. So even in really serious moments, it will be like, and then you look out and you see their last footsteps fade out of the sand. Wait, what was that thing that... Oh, there was a Tato that was doing something. Oh,
breakdancing.
Oh, yeah, they were breakdancing. Yeah, on the beach. They were but you see the footsteps, and you know that they're gone forever. But the Tato is still down there, like, breakdancing.
Yeah.
He's kind of sick with it.
Well, I feel like it's also easy to interject that stuff because even when people do the redeems to do something as the Tatos, it's like our mods record it for us and say what's supposed to happen, and then we just interject it whenever it feels like it makes sense organically, so we can choose the level of like when the chaos should happen.
Yeah. Because it's not instantaneous. I mean, that helps control the whole thing. Because I feel like all of our stuff, even though all of it is interactive, all of it is doing things together, we do have a filter for everything so that we can add some level of organization to it. Given it's not going to be any, like, grand level of organization, but...
Yeah, but it's just like we're kind of choosing the time to put it in because we also want to make sure the time can be like fun for everyone and fits into a way so it's not like a character is having some really emotional monologue important for the character and we just like interrupt them instantly to be like, oh sorry, a Tato wants to break dance.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. We don't
We
do
have a
that.
reward.
yeah. we're like wait, I know you're talking about your like your dead parents in D&D, probably gonna happen, but breakdancing.
That would be terrible.
Dead parents in D&D, never.
Yeah,
What?
she would
They're
have-
always alive, well, happy, excited to hear from
especially for rogues.
you. Oh,
They
yeah.
always have great family
Everyone
lives.
is so well adjusted in the party.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
100%. I do love that fact that that's always such a thing.
Yeah.
Everybody has a tragic past. It's more exciting that way. I actually last night I made one of our players cry because of the scene and stuff.
You made two of them cry.
Yeah, that's true. But
One of them cried more.
yeah.
If we're comparing tiers.
Yes. Like,
But I love that kind of stuff. So we still do get
people cry.
really into. Oh God, yeah, I love making people cry.
you heard it here first.
Mean DM does mean DM things.
Yeah.
Good job.
Now you see. No,
I personally don't like making people cry.
Wow, the nice.
But you also don't like killing them,
That's
so...
true. I'm kind of a softie.
you are. But yeah, I do genuinely like making people cry. No. in D&D, in the context of like good, hearty feels where you're genuinely connected to a character or to a concept or to a story, because I feel like the best stories will make you laugh and make you cry and make you think about things you've never thought about before, all in one. So I feel like even though it's really fun to have a bunch of shenanigans and chaos and stuff, and we're definitely about that, I feel like balancing that with some true like thought-provoking feels is what makes it so interesting. And so I definitely try to throw that in there. I'm not afraid to make a sequence hit hard, like last night did, but it is really funny because in those scenes there are moments where we do have people that are actively like, this is really emotional, can I be breakdancing?
Can I pickpocket one of them?
And
Like-
then I'm just sitting there like, no, let me make the players cry first, and then we can get to that. You can breakdance after the tears.
It's more funny when that happens and it's just like only one of our characters are involved in the emotional scene, because then I'm just there like this is great, and then it's just like dramatic. Like,
That was kind of last night.
yeah.
Oh, that was.
I have shoot, dang it.
Did-
I had one question.
Did you
left
do it now?
in my head. Yeah, I did it. I did the
No!
thing. I did the
We
thing that Alex
shared the brain cell.
did. Give it back.
It was in transit. I'm so sorry. Just smooth brains over here.
It's getting shipped.
Just
5 to 7 business
No
days.
dunes. Just one singular hill.
one lump.
Okay, did it
One
have to do with the
moment.
campaign?
Oh. The interactivity
Yeah,
stuff.
sorta. Yeah.
Players, characters.
Making them
Yeah.
cry.
Sorta. Oh, okay. You know, I think it's gone forever.
We can just talk about trading cards.
David, have you killed any characters at all?
I have killed
Not in
a
this one.
Yeah, not in this one. I have killed a couple. One of them was in just like a different home game. There was a character who ended up, they were more soloing a bigger enemy, and then they just ended up getting really bad death saves, and the other characters like weren't there. It was also a time when someone didn't show up, like they had to cancel, so there was less people than I intended, so they died. The other time, one of them wanted, it was a one shot at least, but they wanted to like mess with a room full of dynamite. And
Yeah.
so
Well, that one totally doesn't count because he flat out was like, "You can kill me. Like, it's fine. Just have me die."
hey,
It's
the
fine.
question was, have you killed them? It was not, what's the exact circumstances? So, blew him up with dynamite. Counts.
All right, I got
Oh,
it.
you remembered it?
okay.
Yes.
Dual DM.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, do you feel like it could work online, or do you think it's very important to be in the same room?
Oh.
Well,
Like,
Oh.
both of us next to each other, or we're like talking like this.
I feel like it could. I feel like I would prefer it in person, but I feel like it could. The reason why is because the things that make it work for us is a couple of things. One, we are both very flexible and loose with everything. So if something goes in a direction because of the other DM that we ourselves did not expect, because you have to think, DMing, you're used to the improv of the characters, the players. But now if you're dual DMing, you have to also be okay with the improv in the story itself from the other person. So that's really important, but that's not affected online or offline, like if you're in person or you're online with the other person.
Yeah, I think it's just both DMs need to have the same level of, well, you like talked before about the general vibe of like, this is like today's story or the setting that we both kind of understand, and then it's just the
Yeah.
trust of
I
throwing
think
it back.
preparing it, I think also being able to communicate. So if you have like a private chat with one another or some way that you can communicate if you're not in person. And David and I both know like a smidgen of sign language. And then we also can write notes on boards below us out of the
Yeah.
viewer range. And then we can also do signs, like hand signs below the thing. So then we could be like, kill this thing. And then we're like, yes.
Kill that character.
Yeah, and so we can like do that stuff under the table, and so then we can still communicate in the moment to some degree. But
okay.
you could do that in a chat if you're not next to
Right.
each other. It might be a little harder though.
Probably harder, but not
Yeah,
like
because
impossible.
then you'd have to just be like,
Taking GM notes over here.
Just like eyebrow, just
yeah, be really subtle about it. Just like, yeah, wow. And then the other person's like, now I am
We're both taking notes.
very diligent.
in different intervals.
yeah.
Back and forth. Yeah.
All right.
It's when both of them start typing at the same time that like the characters all get really concerned.
Really.
It gets more frantic, the typing. It's just like,
Smoke sizzles out of the keyboard.
Oh no.
All right. We've hit the hour mark. Any last questions, Alex? I finally recovered the brain cell. I'm sending it back to you.
I have so many more questions, which only means that I think y'all need to come back.
oh,
Because I think it's very interesting, like especially playing with your partner and like having this singular brain cell that gets to go back and forth between the two of y'all. Very much would love to continue that
actually-
conversation.
we haven't even talked about our whole game that we're building. Because we're actually building a one-of-a-kind, never made before that we found anywhere, choose your own adventure text-based game that's in Discord and got fully funded on Kickstarter and is like a huge thing that's like being made in the world that we're world building.
Just casual. Just a
Yeah.
casual drop. It's fine.
It's like over 300,000 lines of code at this point. It's going to be a plugin for Discord, and you make characters and you go on quests and you level up,
Craft
and there's
things.
a whole like class system and stuff like that, and you craft things.
yeah.
And you can have pets and familiars.
Is the Kickstarter still available to be?
No,
for
it's already
extra
funded.
goals?
It's
already funded,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, we're already good. But yeah, we're actually probably in the next couple of months going to finally finish that off and release it to beta testing.
Yeah,
So
it's
we'll
an alpha
open it
right
up
now.
to our because it's in alpha right now. We'll open it up for beta testing to all of the backers. And then after that, after the beta testing, we'll open it up to everyone. But yeah, forgot to mention that.
To be fair, they didn't ask.
I mean, you're right. It's because we did no research that we could
I
have
was trying to
hit
throw a
that.
couple dollars your way because Alex can't help but kickstart things.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Listen, it's fine. I just want to support my bros. And like, you throw in some dice in there, I'm upping it. I am going to the next level. I don't want just the PDF. I want the tangible copy. You throw in
Of
some
all the
extras.
code. No, just
No, just the code. Like it's
All of it.
kidding.
Yeah.
You give me like a separate set of emojis I can use.
Technically,
Absolutely.
when we did it, there was like an add-on where you could get like the STLs for our little Tato guys,
Yeah, so
As-
people can print them.
as well as you could start the game having one of them as a familiar
Yeah.
for your character.
Because this is like not a this is not a module or anything like that. It's not like a pre-written TTRPG. This is a fully fledged text-based adventure that plays on its own. Like, we're not running anything. It runs off of the cloud and everything, and people go in and they make characters. There's like PvP, there's crafting, there's all this stuff. There's going to be dungeon runs where people can have group parties and they go into these dungeons. And all of the stories are written by us, all of the quests. The dungeons are the only thing that is going to be auto-generated so that the dungeons are different every time. So
Yeah.
we have pre-established written things, but it will reorganize stuff. So every time you go in with your group, the dungeons are going to be different. But it's like you can travel to all of the areas that we're making and all of this stuff. Like, it's crazy. And I just casually was like, oh, by the way, we are doing this. That's cool, right?
I love that we're going back to the text-based stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I appreciate that we are reverting back to our roots of gaming.
Yes.
But that sounds so exciting. So yes, please, when it comes out of beta, come back and we can talk about your entire journey.
Or just hang out. I mean, you just come hang out with us. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll see you at PAX U anyways
Yeah.
after you just bought a bunch of trading cards. Like,
That's true.
Stop.
That was my plan from the start. I can't
Speaking
stop.
in
you're like, I'm already there.
existence.
Like,
Mentally,
No.
I bought it. Okay, that money does not exist in my bank account anymore.
I've written it off. It's not even there.
Business expense, media pass. Why not? Wow.
Oh my god. Stop.
You gotta go to the
Green guy.
creators meetups and things. We'll
Yeah.
talk to you later about it, but yeah.
All right. Let's wrap this up. Okay. You already plugged that. Is there anything else you'd like to plug? Because usually I'm like, hey, do you want to plug anything else? I'm like,
Okay, let's see. We have the game that we're building, and it's the first of its kind. And we already have like a ton of support and stuff. We have like, it's going to be advertised to over 2 million people after it goes live, which is pretty exciting. So anyway, and then we have
Just casual with that one too.
casual.
Also,
and then we have all our world building stuff in the game and all that. I think that's the gist of it.
yeah,
right?
yeah, we're at least like really upcoming the Saturday where I guess this
But it
is
will
gonna
be when this gets posted.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say when we're doing a fundraiser stream on Saturday, but this will be posted then
4
anyway. So
packs.
yeah,
Yeah.
4 packs. We're also going to PAX, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I mean the game is like the huge thing. Obviously, eventually we do want to make like bestiaries of our monsters too.
Yeah. We have so many of them.
Yeah, and I want to make plushies of these
I
guys.
know. Wouldn't this be such a cute round plush?
Yeah.
It'd be so good.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be so good. Say less.
Squeeze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Throw that shit on Kickstarter. Let's go.
yes.
Or the, what's it called?
Like makeshift
Makeshift?
Backer
or
kit.
something like that.
Well, there's
or-
like the ones that already make the plushies for you. I don't know if you've seen them. It's like makeshift. or
yeah, because you
something.
have one of them back there. That's
Yeah.
like that's how we
One
got
of the
them.
ones
One of
I
the
have.
plushies. So yeah, but I think that's it. I feel like the game's the big thing.
Yeah, I mean, we have been working on that for like 2 years, and we
Yeah,
casually
true.
were like, oh, by the way, this thing we've been doing for 2 years is like a huge thing. And I was like, oopsies, forgot that.
It can
Distractible.
It can slip
All of
minds,
us.
Yeah,
We raised over $10,000 for it, and we're just like, whoopsies.
it's true.
Oh, well,
True story.
we mentioned it.
We're doing so great here.
Always we're focused and
It's
would
right
never
before
forget
a holiday. I don't know.
anything. Yeah, that's it. That's normally
This is
we're not
true.
like this. It's just because of the
We
holiday.
always.
What?
always love
This is a great version of y'all.
Yes.
What
Yeah.
version will I get at PAX? I wonder.
It depends on how much socializing, because you might get me being like,
Zombified shell of a person. I understand that feeling.
yeah, it depends
Yeah.
on how much social I've had, because I definitely have a battery and then I start shutting down. So I'm so sorry if I meet you afterwards and then you're like, do they hate us? Because I'm going to be like, hey,
I usually have a pretty high social
Alex.
battery, so hopefully it'll be.
Doesn't matter. Whatever you say to me, I'm gonna be like, they hated me.
Oh, yeah. we're like leaving, or be like, "This was fun. We genuinely enjoyed our time with you," and leave. Hated me.
They fucking hated me.
That's-
I
Dude.
could see it.
Why else would they have said that?
See it in the eyes.
No, they're lying straight to my face. No, we're working on it. It's fine.
Yeah, we're working on it.
We're working on it.
We're working on
I
it.
don't think everybody hates me, just mostly.
That is, I guess that's progress. If before it was everybody,
It's
like,
improvement.
it's still improvement.
It is. See, Adrian, improvement.
Listen, see me. I have a different way of going about it. So like, I don't know how to help her. So I'm like, it's fine. Don't worry about it. She's like, but I do.
But I do worry about it so much.
If ever you think that somebody has ill intent or they're like thinking bad, there's a philosophical statement that's whatever you can attribute, don't attribute to malice whatever you can attribute to incompetence. And I really like that idea of like, if somebody rubs you the wrong way or something like that, and you're like, oh, they hate me, they're aggressive, they're
Doesn't that just mean they must be
you
like
could just
stupid?
be like, they don't know.
Yeah, they're just dumb. Yeah, listen, I don't think I need to be walking around like that either.
Man, they don't hate me. They're
You're
just,
right.
they're just an idiot. Like, they don't-
Yeah.
Hey, everybody
You know what?
is dumb about something.
That's
because
true. That is true.
and sadly, it's
Yeah.
in the niche that I'm in. But if you ask me
Yeah.
anything about any detail
I
about
think
game rules,
I think you should just go for more like, I'm calling it judgmental positivity. So it's like the only way those people didn't like me is they're an idiot. You know, more like that.
that sounds also narcissistic.
No, judgmental positivity.
I don't think changing the name.
I think no. I'm gonna go with David on this one because I think the narcissism would not have even asked that question, right? The narcissist would not have even thought about it. They've been like they're stupid. They're dumb. I think we're overthinking it. Also,
Oh gosh.
maybe.
As a former like QMHP, I don't like this is not a good way to think about things, okay?
So when I said that, it's supposed
Thanks
to
for the
be,
idea, Ash.
It's supposed to be
Yeah.
the idea of unknowing, that people aren't ill intent. Yeah. It's that they don't know.
Right.
Not,
No.
they're
We know. We just
Yeah, they don't know because they're
They're
morons.
stupid.
Like,
Oh god. And then it comes up, so she really is the mean DM. She's calling everybody idiots.
it's such a good idea you had.
listen. Yeah, you just gotta be a villain in somebody's story. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's cash. Thank you, dear listener, for joining us on another episode of Dungeons and Degrees. You can find us wherever pods are cast. You can find us on most social media sites because, the fuckery is happening. So wherever you type us in, you can pull us up. It's fine. You can also help us out on Patreon and find us at PAX U in the beginning of December.
In like this next week. Think about that, Alex.
Oh, fuck. God damn it. It's fine.
All right. Thank you so much for listening. My name's Adrian.
And I'm Alex.
I'm David.
Hi, Ash. I'm freaking out.
Go have some fun.